Back these movies back for another video, and today we're going to be looking at Star Trek: The Next Generation, the complete seasons, full seasons on Blu-ray, and a couple of little collectibles that I've got as well, in my sort of continuing look at all the things I have in my Star Trek collection. So yeah, let's have a little bit of a closer look at these. Okay, so I have seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 of the Star Trek The Next Generation series that sort of aired in the 80s, late 80s and early 90s. This was my favourite Star Trek show out of all of the shows. I did enjoy the original, which went on to spawn sort of 6 films, feature films. For me personally, I prefer the films with the original crew, but I did enjoy watching the original series on TV back in the day. I remember when they used to show it on BBC Two, and you know, absolutely loving the 3 seasons of Star Trek, the original series that we got. And again, they did the same with The Next Generation. They showed that on BBC Two, I think, and again, pretty much watched all the seasons over the 7 years that they did the show. So yeah, I've been lucky enough to pick these up on Blu-ray. So let's sort of have a look at each season in a little bit of a closer look. Okay, so up first is the season 1, and this was sort of obviously just kind of introducing the brand new cast. There was a lot of controversy with this when it was announced. They kind of said, oh, you know, after the original series, you know, would it work? And you know, it's kind of, yeah, going in a whole new direction. But yeah, I mean, in the first season, establishing the characters, probably not the strongest, certainly not the strongest season of the TV series, but nonetheless, you know, it was a good start, and we was introduced to sort of the main characters: Jean-Luc Picard, Data, Commander Riker, Deanna Troi, Lieutenant Commander Worf, Geordi LaForge, and Tasha Yar. So each Blu-ray is kind of themed a colour. We've got a red colour for season 1, and you've got a few of the main characters, say Jean-Luc Picard, Riker and Data, and the Enterprise D, which again was a brand new ship that we got. Now, originally this came with a slip cover. Unfortunately, the copy I picked up didn't have the slip, and I believe seasons 1 and 2 are quite difficult to get hold of with the slip cover. So I'm always kind of looking around on eBay to see if I can sort of pick one up at a reasonable price. But so yeah, we turn it over, and we've got tech specs on the back. Now you can see they did a fantastic restoration on this series for Blu-ray, and they're kind of giving you some before and after shots here, showing you they kind of went in and did new digital effects, brightened up the image, and you know, just sort of changed it to an HD transfer, which was fantastic. And again, it says at the top here, for the first time ever, you can experience all 25 season 1 episodes in glorious 1080p with 7.1 surround sound. And yeah, it's, you know, absolutely fantastic. So I can remember watching these on the television with kind of sort of the old effects, and then when revisiting this, it was, you know, it was kind of like watching them all over again. It was absolutely fantastic. And also we get some special features on here, like 95 minutes of brand new documentaries. You know, it's a great set of discs, and you're getting a lot of different sort of languages on here as well, which is good for, you know, so it can be viewed all around the world. Let me just open it up. and then we just get the discs. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then open this up and we get like chapter listings, sort of all of the episodes within each disc. So that's really good. And they've also put some sort of promos in there which originally aired, I think, in America. So yeah, that's the first season 1. On to season 2, and this time we get like a yellow colouring to the set, and we have again Picard, Worf and Deanna Troi. Look on the back, and once again we get this sort of before and after, and here you can see the Borg. This is when we were introduced to the Borg. A fantastic episode where Q, the character of Q, transports the Enterprise to far-flung sector of space, and they encounter the Borg for the first time. And this is a wonderful episode because this was kind of like, you know, the new threat in this series, and they went on to be a fantastic sort of foe to the to the Star Trek crew. And again, we saw the first episode where on the Enterprise we had the holodeck, which was a fantastic place for people to go and sort of, you know, for leisure, and, you know, recreate sort of you know, their own kind of worlds and whatnot. And Data was fascinated with the character of Sherlock Holmes, and we got a wonderful episode here with Geordie playing Dr. Watson. And this was great, you know, the way that these two played the characters in this sort of, you know, fantasy world. It was great. It was really nice to sort of, a very clever way of sort of bringing historical things into sort of a future environment. So, yeah, that was really cool. And, yeah, this series for me, it started to really get its own kind of momentum going. I mean, we had a wonderful episode in season 2 where we lost one of the main characters, Tasha Yar, and that came out of nowhere. You know, it was just an episode where, like, very much like life, where we sadly do lose people that, you know, we're very close to and love, and you know, tragic accidents happen. So it was incredibly powerful episode, that one. So yeah, and you could really see the characters getting, you know, the actors sort of really getting into the characters, and you know, really starting to set the mould that carried on with this series. And so we just open it up, and again we get chapter listings inside here, with the sort of, you know, promos, and the way the whole disc sort of is set out. It's really good. You know, there's sort of, you know, different menus you can go into, and, you know, sort of watch the episodes in kind of 2 different formats, and we get, you know, disc 1 again, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, again with Paramount, as with a lot of their main releases, you know, you're not getting any disc art. Such a shame, really, but you know, what can you do? So yep, so that was season 2. Now on to season 3. Now this, luckily, I managed to get a slipcase for this one. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of damage on here, which is shelf wear, unfortunately, but really nice. You've got an embossed title treatment there, and embossing on the logo, the badge, and in this series, this for me was one of the best. We got a change of uniform, and yeah, this really kind of, you could see the first 2 seasons were very much sort of in development, but this one really kind of, you know, cemented things, and you knew where the series was going, and it was absolutely fantastic. And again, you've got some images here of before and after, and again, you know, we got the final episode, the Best of Both Worlds Part 1, where we saw, you know, Captain Jean-Luc Picard being captured by the Borg and turned into Locutus, which was absolutely fantastic. You know, the way that this story came together, and again, you know, like a main character just being turned into sort of an evil character against the Federation. And again, some wonderful episodes on this season, in The Offspring, where Data has his own child, an android. And again, if you watch the latest Picard series, season 1, they pretty much go back over this kind of thing, but obviously not with this daughter, but you know, it's all very much linked in with Data and sort of androids. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but it kind of sort of picks up from where this kind of left off. But yeah, so it's really nice to get the slip on this, that side, and we take it off, and again we've got nice green design on this one, and then just open it up, and again we get disc 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and again the insert. I'm not going to get all of these out, to be honest, but just a quick look. So yeah, really great season, this one. Season 3 for me was probably one of the best. On to season 4, again a different green here, and again same embossing treatment on the title and the badge. We've got the character of Guinan, played by Whoopi Goldberg. She was a great character. And then if we just look on the back, and oh yeah, this was a fantastic episode, Brothers, where we get to see Data's evil brother Law, and we meet Dr. Noonien Sung. Fantastic episode, played by Brent Spinner, playing 3 separate parts, but all, you know, most of the episode was just him playing 3 parts. Absolutely fantastic, brilliant actor, really, you know, fantastic. My favourite character in the Star Trek The Next Generation, for sure. But so yeah, let's take the slip case off. Again, just the discs, and again another very solid season. Star Trek The Next Generation season 4. And on to season 5, and we get the blue design this time. Again, same embossing treatment on here, slightly different sort of view of the Enterprise. And again, yeah, we've got a 2-part episode with Leonard Nimoy reprising his role as Spock. Obviously, Spock, being Vulcan, lived for many hundreds of years, so he was able to be sort of brought into the Next Generation, you know, sort of timeline, as it were. And again, you know, some great sort of, you know, updated effects on this. So yeah, we've got some good episodes in this one as well. Again, just, you know, your discs again. Pretty much, I think you get about 6 discs for each season. So that was season 5. Going on to season 6, and this time we get like a purple design again. A little bit of shelfware there, which is a shame, but what can you do? But yep, and then we get again, you know, some sort of effects, you know, that have been changed. You can see the sort of the quality, you know, the colorization is a lot better on the Blu-ray transfers. I mean, this must have cost them a heck of a lot of money to be able to go back in and, you know, sort of upgrade all of these episodes from standard definition to high definition. You know, it's absolutely fantastic piece of work on a series. I don't think they've been able to do that on Deep Space Nine or Voyager. I think they're only released on DVD. They've released obviously the first 3 seasons of the original series on Blu-ray, and I guess that's sort of been, you know, upgraded. But you know, it costs a lot of money to convert these series into HD. So again, we just got the same design there. And again, 6 discs, packed full of wonderful episodes. I did find that as we sort of got into season 6 and 7, maybe this sort of the episodes weren't quite as strong as the sort of earlier seasons 3 and 4. I felt were sort of the strongest, but nonetheless, you know, very entertaining show, you know, all the way through, all 7 seasons. And then the last season, season 7, again we sort of get more of a pink kind of design on here. And again, Data, Riker and Picard. Take the slip off. Same design. And again on the back here, you know, we've got this before and after. And again, you know, some great episodes on here. Probably, yeah, the 7th season, probably the weaker episodes. Some are weaker, and you can see that it was kind of time to really sort of bring this series to a close. You know, I mean, it had gone on for 7 years, and it was a wonderful time. And towards the end of this season, they kind of started to introduce Deep Space Nine, and there's kind of like a crossover episode. And then obviously we then went into the Deep Space Nine years, and then obviously Voyager after that. So yeah, let's just have a look inside again. So we got the 6 discs once again. So that was season 7. So that was a look at the 7 seasons of Star Trek: The Next Generation. And just before we go, I'm just going to show you 3 little bits of kind of collectibles that I've got over the years as well. Let's just move these out of the way. And again, these are from the original series, and yeah, they're just like little sort of, well, we've got a light up phaser here, so let's open this up. So again, they're kind of like replicas from that original series. Now, I don't know whether the batteries are still working here, so let's give it a go. No, it did make a like sort of a phaser noise, which is a shame. I think the battery's gone in it now, but yeah, there's the light. Oh, the light still comes on a little bit. I'm not sure it's picking it up now. Battery's gone, but yeah, this would have been the original phaser that they used on the original show. And also in the box we got like this little booklet just telling you a little bit about sort of you know, introduction, evolution of the weapon, etc. So there's Kirk and Spock. You know, it's just a nice little sort of thing to go with the set. So yeah, that's Star Trek phaser. Okay, next up we've got the shuttlecraft. And again, just read them back there. So this would have been featured in the original series as well. Like a little booklet there. So we'll go through that in a second. So again, it's just not, you know, this would have been on the Galileo. That was it. Oh, there we go. The battery still works. So we've got the light up there, and yeah, that's quite good. And we've got the emblem in there as well, which is quite nice. So yeah, a nice little sort of collectible. And then we've got a little booklet as well. So just, you know, background to the ship, and there's the original Enterprise with no letter. There's the Galileo there in the space dock. And again, you know, they're just nice little sets, these. So there we go. Last one, my favourite sort of the 3 is the communicator. get the booklet as well. And again, you know, this was sort of back in the day before we had mobile phones. I mean, you know, I think they kind of based the flip phone probably on this. You know, so I don't know again whether this will work, but no, it did work. I might have to take the battery out and see if I can get it going again. But basically, these lit up, and you get that classic sort of communicator noise, which is wonderful, you know. And yeah, just really nice to sort of to have that. Yeah, it's really nice. And again, just a little booklet telling you a little bit about, you know, the communicator. There's the crew. So yeah, some really nice little collectibles there that I've got over the years, and sort of keeping my Star Trek collection. And yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this video, sort of looking at as I say, all my seasons of Star Trek The Next Generation and these little collectibles. Take care and see you in the next one. Bye now.